This is actually going to be really, really cool. So, Nikki, you won the first 8-week challenge of 2025. You
Yes,
also won the last challenge that I ran in
November.
20 2024,
Hmm.
and you turned it into another win.
I did.
Uh,
Challenge. Oh my gosh, love a challenge.
we're in another one right now.
Yes, I am. I am.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I want you to tell everybody how we met.
I'm a dental hygienist for Dr. Michael Moore and Clear Lake. And you came in as a new patient, I think, and cleaning your teeth and just me getting to know my patients. And I was telling you about how I've just lost my rhythm. Lost my rhythm. I've always exercised. Everybody knows me. I've always done something. And Spingo closed down, and it was my jam, and I was out of sync for
Yeah.
2 years. Still going to the gym, not knowing what I'm doing, not tracking anything, just lost. And so you're like, just nonchalant at the end of the appointment. You're like, hey, I've got this page on Facebook called High Quality Crew. Just follow it and see what you think. So I started following it and just loved it, loved it. And that's when I saw you had the challenge in November. And it was just a simple challenge. This challenge that I did, it was like post something every day. I think it was nutrition every day, or tag so many people every day, or it was something so simple. I thought
Yeah.
simple. I did it every day.
Mhm.
And when I did it every day, I won. And what I
Yeah.
won through that November challenge, and this was part of, me wanting to win as well, was it was 3 months of personal training, you helping me with my macros, you being my coach, putting together my nobody else's, my personal own training program. And the reason why I've never started anything like that and had skepticals, or it's like, because the first thing I thought in my head is, I don't have time. There's no way. My schedule, even though my kids are all grown and gone, I'm a busy person. I try to stay involved in a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, there's
That's true.
no way I'm going to have time to do this. None.
Yeah, every weekend you are doing something. You are always doing something. Always,
Always.
always, always.
Always. So I was like, there's no way this will work out, because I work out at lunchtime. I don't change clothes. I go to Planet Fitness, and I said, I just gave you what my life looked like. This, I just said, Marissa, this is what my life looks like. Um, so, what can you do? When those 3 months, what can you do? And let me tell you what, Marissa took baby steps, baby steps. And when she took these baby steps, I'm like going, come on now, baby steps? I
She's
know
like, give me something to do.
to do. Really? It was like 2 weeks in, I realized why she's taking baby steps with me. So those first 2 weeks of her forming my program, which there was some changes, it wasn't perfect at first in those 2 weeks. Marissa had to change a lot, not a lot, but there were some waves and flows, just like anything else when you're starting, right? A work, job. And through those 2 weeks, we found a happy medium, or she found a happy medium for me, I should say. And in that happy medium was a 20-minute workout, that I have 20 minutes, sometimes maybe a little bit more, but not usually. 20 minutes max in the
That
gym,
is it.
out. Got to do it. And she did it. She made a program for me that I can get in, still build muscle, get in and out, and see results. That was amazing to me. The food, as I told Marissa, I didn't realize how much of a brain fog I lived until I joined your program. Brain fog meaning going with the flow in life, not thinking I'm challenging myself, but it really wasn't. I was texting you, messaging you, freaking out, not knowing what was going on with my body. And you just kept saying, trust the process. It's going to take a while. You didn't say how long, which was good because I'm a stick to person, which that was even better. And within those 2 weeks, that brain fog, and the brain fog was from all the junk that I was eating that I thought was healthy,
Mm-mm.
and it
Yeah.
wasn't. And how I realized that is by putting it in your app and
Hmm.
finding out and tracking what I thought was healthy and being honest. I put
Hmm.
all my alcohol in, all
Yep.
my,
I told you to do that. I'm like, you gotta log the alcohol.
I logged all my alcohol.
Yeah.
I logged all my, here, oops, here's a chip.
BLTs.
Yeah, just walking by things, um, coming home and snacking. That was my big thing. As soon as I get home, I was starving,
Right.
starving. And
Yep.
now I'm not. I don't
Right.
come home and snack anymore at
Mm.
all. So, which is amazing. That was a huge, and I would always get up at midnight and eat something. Always.
Oh, I know, I know. You messaged me about that too. You're like, what day did these calories go on? Because I got it goes for yesterday. That was great. That was great.
Yeah.
I liked that you stayed in constant communication with me because that allowed me to tell you what was going on and help you figure it out because once you learned, you knew things and you would take that knowledge on and on and on. So I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah. In those 2 years that I wasn't, I was bouncing around and I was lost. Emotionally, I was drained as well because I lost three close family members in those 2 years. Three had to clean
Yeah.
out their all three houses. Really was just mostly physically drained. And then when you came along and said this too, to add something to that, I was like, oh my gosh. And again, how am I going to do this? And again, you took baby steps with me, eased me into the program, showed me that I could do it. I'm going to cry. Gave me confidence back in myself that I needed to have again because who I lost were my rock,
Yeah.
my people that when I was struggling, I would go to, and I didn't have anybody anymore. But you
Right.
gave me that confidence and you got Nickie back. And that's
Mhm.
one thing that if you talk to any of my friends, that's the first thing they noticed about me when I started your program. It was like, who are you? Where have you been? You're so positive. You're so looking at things differently again. And this is awesome. Did you change your medicine or?
Yeah.
And it was just slowly following your program, slowly easing into it, not jump, most people jump into something. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's go. I want
Yeah.
110% right now. And then we get burnout. And Spinga's the only thing I've ever stuck to
Yeah.
because that was my community and I found my new community. I found my new home. Like when
Yeah.
you find church home,
Right.
this is my safe spot. This is my go-to place. This is when I'm having a bad day. I put it on there and I have people picking me up and people relating and um, if I feel emotional eating, no, come on, let's do this. Or it's the
Hmm.
support's unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable. I have never felt so good my whole entire life, ever in my whole entire life. I mean, I have energy. Even with my work performance, I'm sorry, patience, it wasn't at my best. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you. When I saw you my first time, I was not at my personal best because I was going through the motions. And how
Hmm.
I got out of that is through your program by journaling. Okay.
Yeah.
You challenged my brain
Yeah.
in January with this journal and getting me these questions to answer every day. And they were hard, tough questions, questions you don't want to answer. Do you want out of this program? I want what everybody else does. And you're like, no, no, that's not a good answer. I'm like,
Yep.
I answered your question. Nope, you didn't.
Nope, you didn't.
Okay. Go back, go back,
Try again.
try again. And then and you gave me a week to try again. It wasn't the
Hmm.
next day and you were saying, okay, where's your answer? You let
Yeah.
me process it and go for it. And then I did, and I found what my goal is. What was the biggest mental breakthrough?
Mental breakthrough.
The
Mental, yes.
mental breakthrough. Besides the 2 week fog, that was one of them.
Right, right,
But
right.
this was my 110,000 that you get on to me every day to stop looking at. And you know what I'm going to say? The scale. I'm
Well,
5 pounds lighter. I am 5 pounds
five
off.
pounds. Right, right,
5 pounds.
right. Yeah. But your measurements are
My measurement,
also very different.
very, very different.
And your photos.
Bra, I wore a 40. So at Christmas, guess what I got for Christmas? I got
What?
underwear, new bras.
Uh,
You ready for now? I had to go buy new bras and underwear this week.
and
36, medium.
oh my God.
How about that?
And that's this is a you're looking at a 5 pound difference here. This looks like a 30 pound difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
isn't
crazy.
that
A
crazy?
medium, 36 medium.
A 36. From December, I had to buy new bras, ladies.
You did a DEXA scan too, didn't you?
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
What
I
that
did.
look like?
That was amazing. It was amazing. My last DEXA scan was in 23, and it was okay. Weight was similar, very similar
Cool.
to what I was right now. But let me tell you what, that muscle mass, huge difference. Huge, way up,
Yeah.
way up.
Yeah.
My shorts are a 12. I don't unbutton them to take them off. I just slide them off. Very good problem to have. And it's just by muscle mass getting
Yeah.
stronger. My protein, working with you, not realizing how important protein was. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I knew, oh yeah, I eat the chicken, rice, and broccoli, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But how much? Do I use a scale every day? I do on Sundays when I meal prep my lunches. My
Right.
dinners, I don't measure it. I eyeball it. I don't put pressure, and you don't put pressure on me. Oh, you got to measure everything. You have this beautiful recipe book that we all can use with your program, and it's stuff you have in the house.
All stuff that you have in the house. A dude made this cookbook, so you know it's easy to use.
Oh my gosh, it's everything you have in the house. The other breakthrough is that my protein. That's the reason why I wasn't seeing any success with anything else I was doing.
Right.
I had success with finger because I was exercising to excess. Not
Yeah.
I was eating my body and I was exhausted.
Yeah, you weren't fueled. Well, I just increased your food, so you're about to get some more food.
Oh, I saw that. I did.
Everybody wants more food, right? This is what you
Dana,
work for.
I ate McDonald's. I
Yeah.
still have pizza.
Yeah.
I still
No
Mondays are our
restrictions.
pizza day. I still eat with Phil, whatever, I still have pizza.
But you take supplements. So you
I do.
implement the things that help fill in those gaps, and that helps a ton too. So it allows you to have more freedom at.
Yeah. I went to Tennessee, didn't gain a pound, and
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and still took my supplements and everything else and enjoyed. One thing that you did was another eye opener for me, and the reason why I was like struggling is because my body hurt. My
Yeah.
body
Your
hurt.
hips
It just
were in bad
it
shape.
had for years, years. When
Yeah.
my exercise partner Alicia, I mean, she can tell you stories how after we got finished exercising for years, I couldn't lift my leg up and to get in the car. I mean, I was just like, I hurt so bad, but I still pushed through because that's what I do. And
Mhm.
you introduced me to omega 3s. And yeah, I took omega 3s, yeah, here and there, but not consistently and the right amount of
And
dosage.
the right dosage
And since I've changed that
and stretching.
and stretching every night, And every morning I have no pain. None.
No pain. Not
None.
less pain, but no pain.
And it took about a month. All of this that we're discussing, you got to trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
If you
That's
could travel back in time to
mhm.
yourself in December, what would you tell yourself?
Slow down. Stop overthinking it and just go with it. Just I listen to when I walk the podcast on for the Form app.
Yeah,
They have a live stream. You can go back and it educates you. And I
right.
listening to that, and that it's just listen. Just listen to what everybody's saying. You know,
Hmm.
what you're saying. Just slow down and just take it in and just relax. That's what I would have told myself. There's not an end. There's no finish line.
There's no
Okay.
finish line.
And so some people that might sound just upsetting, discouraging, but we're doing this to change our lives, to live a long, better life. So
Hmm.
there's not going to be a finish line.
Nope.
You have to continue to make new goals, which you've made me in this process make
Yeah.
new goals.
Make new
Be
goals. Yeah.
patient with me to think about it for a week. The journaling is huge. When have I ever felt like to quit? I can't say that I have because of the high quality crew
Mhm.
and the community. I I just say I can't say that I came to you go and I'm done. I really can't. It's been so positive and so mind opening and life changing that I can't say that I ever felt like I was wanting to quit or stop or do I have what y'all call cheat days or whatever. um yeah, I did. When was it? Friday,
Sure do.
last
Yeah.
Friday. Girl, I told you not to judge. I did. I don't think I have. No guilt, no guilt at all. Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's good. It's good. Just I'm very, very. It's just I can't say enough positive things about the crew. Trust the process and not the scale, and don't overthink. And just go with the flow. Listen to what you're saying. Take in, journal, just the whole 9 yards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The supplements are unbelievable. They've made a huge difference. My husband is taking them as well. He's been taking them now for how long? About 2 months?
Couple months for him, I think.
A couple of months.
Microfactor. Yeah.
My doctor. He's not doing same program that I'm doing with Marissa, but he's taking the supplements with me.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
were buying all these different vitamins for supplement for his diabetes, his omega 3s. This is before we started our program, you and I.
Right.
And
Right.
then
Right.
I started doing the microfactor and then adding, far as money wise, everything we're spending
Hmm.
on him for the
Hmm.
vitamins and everything that was in the microfactor was the same thing but cheaper.
Yeah, it's one pack and it has all of these different things in it. So it actually saves you money.
Tons of money putting two and
Yeah.
two together. And so I have my own monthly packet. Phil has his own monthly packet. And
Yeah.
again, it would cut the cost in half. If you put dime to dime, nickel to nickel, dollar
Right.
to dollar, what you're spending, even if you're going to Walgreens and getting BOGO,
Yeah.
you're you're not getting the quality of vitamin.
So you're just wasting your money at that point.
that that has been a big change in our family as
Yeah.
far as here. It's prepackaged. You don't have to think about it and go. You put all my protein for the week in little containers. I put all my post workouts for the week on
Hmm.
Sundays in little containers. I have these bottles they're empty that I bring, so I'll have something to put it in, so I won't have excuses not to take it since it won't fit in a water bottle like regular water bottle because it goes everywhere. Um, so setting myself up for success on Sunday by getting prepared for the week,
Yeah.
and it's a no-brainer.
Every
It's
time.